Pranam. Yes, you can start, Maharaj.
Okay. So start chapter 5 today. I don't know how long, if you can finish in these 2 days. It's very long, 57 texts are there. So, as we have concluded yesterday, that the story line where Yudhishthira Maharaj asked, why a father would take such a severe step against a loving, respectful, obedient child like that. So Narad Muni is starting the storyline from the text 1 in this chapter. Sri Narada Vacha Porohityaya Bhagavan Brutah Kavya Kilashure Sandha Abarka Suteitasya Daityaraja Gruhantike. The great Saint Narada Muni said, demons headed by Hiranyakashipu accepted Sukracharya as their priest for ritualistic ceremonies. Sukracharya's 2 sons, Sandha and Amarka, lived near Hiranyakashipu's palace. So, Narada Muni is starting that Hiranyakashipu accepted Sukracharya as his priest, as his Kulaguru, Purohita. Purohita is required. Purohita, the meaning of Purohita is Purohita. Puro means agrate. He is ready to do your hit in all circumstances, standing in front of you. He will take the risk to save you, to do your hit, wellness. That is called Purohita. And Prabhupada is saying that the Sukracharya, why he became? Because he is Acharya of Sukra. Sukra means semen, seminal Brahman. So, he accepted, and also Hiranyakashipu accepted him as his Purohit, and he agreed. Now, Sukracharya had 2 sons, 1 daughter also there, but 2 sons. They became the director and principal of the university, Royal University, Hiranyakashipu Maharaja Vidyalaya, and they stayed next to the palace of Hiranyakashipu. Their residence was next to the Raj Bhavan. A Brahmana should become the priest of a person interested in the advancement of spiritual culture. The very name of Sukracharya, however, indicates a person interested in obtaining benefits for his sons and descendants. So that is because he is Sukracharya, but otherwise, if a good Brahmana, he should not accept a person who is not interested in Brahminical culture, spiritual culture. But Sukracharya is interested in money and benefits for his family, so that's why accepted. So, to ragya prapitang balang prahladang nayakovidam. Prahlad Maharaj was already educated in devotional life, but when his father sent him to those 2 sons of Sukracharya to be educated, they accepted him at their school along with other sons of Asuras. For your information, though Sukracharya was the priest accepted by the Raj Bhavan, the royal family, but Sukracharya appointed his 2 sons and he went for Himalaya for tapasya. So he said, okay, my family, my sons are there, they are competent, they are graduated, so they will take over the post. So the Sandha and Amarka, they are the putras of Brahmana putras of Sukracharya, they took over the royal education. The Prahlad Maharaj was already educated in devotional life, but when his father sent him to those two sons of Sukracharya to be educated, they accepted him at their school along with their other sons of Asuras. Because this Raja Vidyalaya only sons of kings and kingly like ministers and senapatis, all there, no high post officers, cabinet ministers, their sons are only accepted in that university. So Prahlad Maharaj sent to Prabhupada mentioning, though Prahlad Maharaj was already educated, he is 5 years old. How he educated? Because he is 5 years old, we are seeing, but in the womb of his mother he was for thousands and thousands of years, and Narad Muni was teaching him at that time. So that's why he was educated from Narad Muni. But now his father Hiranyakashipu sent again to the Raja Vidyalaya. Yatatra Guruna Proktam Sushreva Anupapatha. Anupapatha, Prahlad Maharaj certainly heard and recited the topics of politics and economics taught by the teachers, but he understood that political philosophy involves considering someone a friend and someone else an enemy, and thus he didn't like that. Na sadhu manasa mene swapara asatgraha asrayam sususvam anupapatha. At that time, there was not so advancement like nowadays, no smartphone, no any device, nothing. So I don't know whether they have pen and paper also. So Anupapatha Susrutam, that's why only medium of education. Forget online, even if it is online, offline. So the Guru has to speak and they have to hear. There is no question of any other book, paper, notebook, pen, nothing is like that. No books, no textbooks, nothing. Whatever Guru will speak, you have to hear and recite it 3 times. That is the way of teaching. Sususeva Anupapatha. So, but though Prahlad Maharaj admitted into that school and he was getting education, but he was not interested in it. The subjects were politics and economics. Okay. Politics involves accepting one group of men as enemies and another group as friends. Everything in politics is based on the philosophy, is this philosophy, and the entire world, especially at the present, is engrossed in it. The present condition of the society, the whole world, is in political confusion. Everywhere political issues. Politics is based on sa-para, one is friend, another is enemy. That is the basic principle of politics. So, the public is concerned with friends and countries and friendly groups or enemy countries and enemy groups. But as stated in Bhagavad Gita, a learned person does not make distinctions between enemies and friends. Devotees specially do not create friends or enemies. A devotee sees that every living being is a part and parcel of Krishna. A devotee, however, never creates a situation of friendship and enmity. Although Prahlad Maharaj was obliged to hear the instructions of Sandha and Amarka, he did not like the philosophy of friends and enemies, which forms the basis of politics. Though he was a student of politics and economics, but he was reading it, and he was appearing in exam also, but he was, in his mind he is not appreciating it, because his father wants and the society want, so for them, okay, let me do. But he was not happy, he is not interested in this education. So what happened? Ekada Surarat Putram Ankam Aropya Prapacha. So Narada Muni is telling, hey Pandava, Pandava means Yudhishthir, hey Yudhishthir, once upon a time, Surarat, the demon king, Putram Ankam Aropya. O my dear King Yudhishthir, once upon a time the king of the demons, Hiranyakashipu, took his son Prahlad on his lap. Prapacha kathyatang vatsha manyate sadhu yat bhavan. And very affectionately inquired, my dear son, please let me know what you think is the best of all the subjects you have studied from your teachers. So the story really starts from this. So though there was Sukracharya was the priest, and his two sons were the director and principal, and they were teaching, and Prahlad was getting the teachings, politics and economics. So once Hiranyakashipu took his son Prahlad on his lap. That proves that Hiranyakashipu was very much affectionate to Prahlad Maharaj. He loved him so much. The starting is that. It is not that the father is not liking the son. No. He loves him so much that he could not bear the separation that the boy is in Gurukul, Rajbhavan. No. He specially sent a messenger, please bring my boy. That means the other three sons were not that near and dear to Hiranyakashipu, like Prahlad. Because everybody, just like Krishna is all attractive, the devotees of Krishna also become attractive. Because they have that qualities, and Rupa and Guna both are there, and they are very, very respectful and obedient. So that's why everybody likes Prahlad Maharaj, and why not his father? So he very much fond of his son, so much affectionate. So once Hiranyakashipu called Prahlad Maharaj from his college, hostel. He was in boarding school, he called, and took him on his lap. That shows that how much love and affection he had for Prahlad Maharaj. And very affectionately, lovingly inquired, my dear son, please let me know what you think is the best. In text it is said, Kathyatang Vatsha Manyate Sadhu Jad Bhavan. What you considering the best, please tell me. But he is not telling, he is not asking like interview, okay, tell me this, tell me that, any question from economics or politics. No, not from syllabus. He is saying whatever you like. He is saying he is a small boy, he can tell something. Whatever he says, just to want some bubbling, some words from his son, he will become very happy. Prahlad Maharaj will say in the coming chapter that how we will be trapped in household life when this small baby boy, when they will speaking in their choking voice, Kalabhashana. So it is so sweet to parents. So like that, Hiranyakashipu, he wants to hear some words from Prahlad Maharaj, something he wants to hear. So Hiranyakashipu didn't ask his young son anything that would be very difficult for him to answer. Instead, he gave the boy a chance to speak plainly about whatever he thought might be best. Prahlad Maharaj, of course, being a perfect devotee, knew everything and could say what the best part of life is. In Vedas it is said, Jasmini Vigyate Sarvamevam Vigyatam Bhavanti. So, because Prahlad Maharaj was a properly educated in spiritual science, he knows what is the problem of life and what is the best, what is the worst, he knows. So then, when Hiranyakashipu was, he didn't know that Prahlad Maharaj is such educated. He was thinking he's just a small boy admitted into school, but Prahlad Maharaj thinking, my father is asking me, so I should speak. What I have learned from my spiritual master, his spiritual master Naraji. He never considered Sandha Amarka their teacher. He said they are not teacher. They are not guru, they are guru. There are two words, guru and goru. Guru means cows. So sometimes guru is like master and guru is like cows, bulls. So they are like bulls. It is impossible, practically speaking, for ordinary man to challenge scientists or philosophers concerning genuine knowledge, but a devotee can challenge them. Prabhupada saying that he, in his preaching, sometimes he has to face the scientists and philosophers and get challenged by them. And by the grace of Krishna, he would be successful. Though it is very difficult, still it is, I'm saying. Because he has unflinching faith on Krishna, so Krishna helps. Tesam eva anukampartham aham ajnanam ajam tamaha nasayami atma bhavasto jnana deepena bhasvata. That is the words of Krishna. Krishna, who is situated in the core of everyone's heart as the super soul, dissipates all the ignorance of the heart of a devotee as a special favor. So, Prahlad Maharaj also, if Prabhupada get help, so Prahlad Maharaj also get help from Krishna. So he answered, what is? He said, what you accept best, tell me. Whatever good you like, tell me something. So now Prahlad Maharaj is telling, Sri Prahlada Vacha. Hiranyakashipu is very eagerly waiting what his son is telling. Prahlada Vacha, Tat sadhu manye asuravarya dehinam. Here Prahlad Maharaj didn't accept his father as Papa. Before he says asuravarya dehinam. Oh, the best among the demons. He didn't consider him as his Papa also. He is saying, Tat sadhu manye. I am accepting this as the best. Oh, Asura Varya. Prahlad Maharaj replied, O best of the Asuras, the king of the demons, as far as I have learned from my master, any person who has accepted a temporary body and temporary household life is certainly embarrassed by anxiety because of having fallen in a dark well where there is no water but only suffering. One should give up this position and go to the forest, Vana. More clearly, one should go to Vrindavan, where only Krishna consciousness is prevalent, and should thus take shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Sada samudvignadhiya asatgrahad hitva atmapatam gruha andhakupam vanangato jat harim asrayetat. Take shelter of Hari after going to Vana. Prabhupada saying Vana means Vrindavan. Hiranyakashipu thought that Prahlad, being nothing but a small boy with no actual experience, might reply with something pleasing, but nothing practical. Prahlad Maharaj, however, being an exalted devotee, had acquired all qualities of education. Jasyasti bhaktir bhagavati akinchana sarve gunastatra samasute sura. We have discussed this before. So, Prahlad Maharaj is fully aware of all the knowledges. The Vedic injunctions are asato ma jyotir gamaya. Everyone should give up the platform of temporary existence and approach the eternal platform. The soul is eternal, and the topics concerning the eternal soul are actually knowledge. Elsewhere it is said, apasyatam atmatattvam grihesu grihamedhinam. Those who are attached to the bodily conception of life and who thus stick to the life as grihastha or householder on the platform of material sense enjoyment cannot see the welfare of the eternal soul. So there is two things, one is body, one is soul. Body is temporary, soul is eternal. So the knowledge concerning the soul, Atma Gyan, this is real Gyan. And the body is temporary, so the knowledge of body is also temporary. It will finish. But Atma Gyan is always there, real. Those who are eternal, that is called Sat, and those temporary is called Asat. In Vedic scripture it is said, Asato ma sadgamaya. Don't stay in temporary, go to the permanent. Asat is bodily knowledge. Sat is knowledge of soul. So, Prahlad Maharaj was a Sat Purusha, Sat Jnana. Hiranyakashipu, he didn't have any experience of that Sat. He is totally engrossed in bodily conception of life. So Prahlad Maharaj confirmed this by saying that if one wants success in life, he should immediately understand from the right sources what is his self-interest and how should mold his life in a spiritual consciousness. One should understand himself to be a part and parcel of Krishna and thus completely take shelter of his lotus feet for guaranteed spiritual success. So this is what the best of the best for everybody. Because Hiranyakashipu was taswadhu manye yad bhavan. Bhavan means you, whatever you understand the best. So Prahlad Maharaj is saying the best for the whole humanity. For all human beings, what is the best thing to do is to take shelter of Hari. Hitvatma patam griha andhakupam vanam gato jat asraya harima asraya. Take shelter of Hari, leaving everything. That is only Sat and everything is Asat. So Prahlad Maharaj is saying that if one wants success in his life, then he should immediately understand. What he should understand? He should understand from the right sources what is his self-interest is and how he should mold his life in spiritual consciousness. One should understand himself to be the part and parcel of Krishna and completely take shelter of his lotus feet. By that, his success is guaranteed. Everyone in this material world is in the bodily conception, struggling hard for existence, life after life. Prahlad Maharaj therefore recommended that to stop this material condition of repeated birth and death and should go to the forest. In Vedic system, we have Varna and Ashrama, in spiritual order and social order. The 4 Varnas and 4 Ashramas. 4 Varnas are Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. 4 आश्रमशास ब्रह्मचारी गृहस्थ वानप्रस्थ संन्यास. ये perfect progressive society, they must have to follow this for spiritual order and for social order to be success, to progress. So this is given by Krishna, the manufacturer himself, Varna and ashram. And as per the ashrama, brahmacharya, grihastha, vanaprastha. Vanaprastha is the third ashrama. If the whole life is divided into, is considered as 100 years, 25 each ashram. So first 25 years is brahmachari, second 25 is grihastha, means you should be grihastha till 50. Then after 50 plus, eka bana, ba bana, then you have to go to bana after 50. This banagamanam, go to forest. So that is prescribed in Vedic literature. So the grihasthas, after attaining their age of 50, they should take retirement. Nowadays also companies and government also giving retirement 55, 60 like that, after 50s only. But Vedic scripture said, don't stay more than 50. When 50 cross, then give up your household works and go to Bana. Prabhupada is recommending, come to Vrindavan. There, Krishna consciousness is there, prevailing. So you should stay there and practice your devotional service, devotional practice. So this is Vanaprastha, going to Bana. So Prahlad Maharaj is in this way telling his father, oh my dear father, now you should give up your household life and go to Vrindavan or somewhere, go forest and practice devotional service. Because if you continue your household life, then you are drinking and enjoying too much. You are after money and woman. So this is sinful. So better stop this. Hittu atma patam. You don't know. You are killing your soul. So better now go to forest. And this is the best. You ask me what is best, tell me this is best. Leave everything, give up everything and go to forest and take shelter of Lord Hari. That is a straightforward answer given by Prahlad Maharaj. Though he spoke to his father only, but it is applicable to all of us. Everybody attaining 50 should go on. Prabhupada is openly inviting everybody should come to Vrindavan and stay there. But now Vrindavan is full. So Mayapur and Jagannath Puri and many places, spiritual places, go somewhere. Or we have many ISKCON temples. Take a flat or quarter next to temple and go every day to temple, do some service there and stay there. Like that. Retirement, after retirement, that is Vanaprastha life. That is what Prahlad Maharaj is saying, that is sadhamanya, that is the best thing in his opinion. And Prabhupada is, everybody accepting this is the best opinion. But that best opinion was not accepted by Samrat Hiranyakashipu as the best. He thought is the worst. So Narada Muni is saying, Sutva putra giro datya. By hearing this kind of answer from his son, Datyaraj, Parapakhya Samahita, because this answer was favoring to his enemy party, Parapakhya Samahita, Jahasa Buddhir Balanang Vidyate Parabuddhivi, started laughing, oh, what to do in the hostel, maybe these preachers are coming. They preached to my son, they washed his brain, he got brainwashed. So that's why Jahasa. Yes, Govind Dev ji.
Prabhuji, I have some inquiries. Here, Prabhuji, Srila Prabhupada, after crystallizing the Vedic wisdom in its proper perspective that enacting Krishna consciousness syllabus, he just gifted it that yes, it is Daivi Varnashram, because Varnashram institution is of course a stepping stone towards Krishna consciousness.
Yes.
But it cannot be practiced by the devotees they were in the institution of Srila Prabhupada, means Prabhupada's school of Bhakti. So here, irrespective of our age and our material designations and positions, we should relentlessly practice devotional services. Are we supposed to follow this Varnashram institution?
Yes, yes. Those who are staying in Varnashram, they are also practicing devotional service. Why do you think like that? Varna samacharvata Vishnur aradhyate punsa, that is also devotional service. If we are not so purified for pure devotional service, then better we should go through Varna and Ashrama dharma. Then this is stepping stone. Slowly, slowly we will progress, we will purify ourselves and go to the final stage. That is recommended for the society.
But Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada had also repeatedly reminded that one should not accept sannyas if one is
One should not accept?
sannyas if one is not completely prepared.
Yeah, so that's what I am saying. For preparation, you have to do Vanaprastha, then sannyas. Vanaprastha is a preparation. Okay? Without Vanaprastha, no sannyas. Now, even those who are applying for sannyas, they have to stay in temple wearing saffron for some day, some years, then they can. So, first you have to complete your Vanaprastha, third ashram, then fourth order. Okay?
So, Maharaj, all the devotees shall undergo this Varnashram institution. It is certain for everyone. It is compulsory for everyone. Or one can practice bhakti in Grihastha ashram successfully.
So, Grihastha ashram is not a ashram. You are telling Grihastha ashram, that is also part of ashram, no? How can you say it is not a part of ashram?
But sequentially, Maharaj, one has to promote to Vanaprastha. There are
Yes, yes. If you are Grihastha, then you have to go to Vanaprastha. You have to. Okay?
Maharaj, it's all right.
If you go directly devotional service from the beginning, no other ashram, that is another path. There is, two ways to go up. Either you have to take staircase or lift. Direct devotional service is lift. And progressing devotional service, staircase. That is Vanaprastha, Varna and Ashram. You have to go through this, following this order. Okay?
Maharaj, I think we all joined directly devotional service without coming from
Direct devotional service means you are only chanting, but you are in Grihastha ashram or not?
Yes, Maharaj.
So you are following Varna and Ashrama. How can you say that you are not following? Okay?
So I have to definitely accept sannyas. Is it mandatory?
No, you should try for it. If a man have to complete 4 order, na? It is said in scripture that if you are, suppose 100 years your lifetime, so 25 is all stages you should complete. So now you are in your second stage only. So third, fourth, 2 more stages are there. You should go for that. That is succession.
Maharaj, to secure poor devotional service in one's life, one has to definitely undergo sannyas. It is mandatory.
No, if you can do pure devotional service by giving up everything, then you should not have to. Then there is no needed. But if we are not qualified for that, then for slow progress we will do whatever. Who knows that we will stay till 100 years or not, if we will get out. So at least to some succession we will do. Okay?
Yes, Maharaj, thank you for your explanation. nation, but still I am struggling with the doubt. So
Doubt for not taking sannyas.
Yes. Yes, Father. So even Maharaj, in my simple terms, whether one has to be successful in devotional service, whether it is mandatory for everyone to undergo sannyas, or he can also complete, he can accomplish pure devotional service staying in Grihasthashram.
He can. He can.
Okay.
He can do it. Actually, sannyas is not meant for everybody, it's only meant for the particular varnas. Okay? Others, they have to work as prescribed for them. Even in Vedic literature, it is not said that everybody will take sannyas. No. Sannyas is only for the first varna, not for others. They can't even take second initiation. What to speak of third? They are not dvija even. So many things are there. But if you take pure devotional service, accept the pure devotional service, that is another thing. But then you have to seriously practice then. That is another way.
But how can I ascertain that I am performing pure devotional service?
Because our heart is not pure, so we are not qualified for that too. To accept direct devotional service, fully pure devotional service, we should be pure in our heart. Suddham, chitta suddhi, then you will get sansuddhi. So without suddhi, you can do that also. So that's why it is recommended to go through the varna and ashram dharma. Whatever varna you are, whatever ashram you are, follow that. That is prescribed. For everybody, prescription is there. If somebody is not Brahmana, if somebody is Sudra, he should not take sannyas. It's not prescribed for them. So everybody is, as per their varna, as per their asrama, and their duty is prescribed. So to follow the prescribed duty as prescribed for us. Okay?
Yes.
Narsimhanitai.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my respectful obeisances on to Srila Prabhupada. Dear Maharaj, it is mentioned in Brahma Bhavita Purana that Ashwamedam Gavalambam Sannasa Palapatrikam Devarana Sutatpattim Kalo Pancha Vivarjayat.
Yes.
It says this Sannas Ashram and Sannas Ashram and Ashwamedam also sacrifice horses in fat sacrifice, their cows in fat sacrifice, offering oblations to the forefathers and having a son from his own brothers, but this is forbidden. So how now in this age of Kali Yuga, people are accepting Shana Yoga. Also, they are accepting Shana Yoga. They are falling down from that spiritual platform.
Not everybody. It is the karma sannyas is banned in Kali Yuga. In this sloka, in this verse, what is spoken, it is for karma sannyas. But nowadays, what sannyas is given in Bhakti Institute is called Bhakti sannyas. It is not karma sannyas. Okay? We are taking sannyas, not giving up everything. We are accepting everything. We are doing everything. We are giving up a small family, accepting a bigger family. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Okay?
Yes, Maharaj. And another thing is, Maharaj, regarding Varnashram Ashram. So, Brahmacharya Ashram, Grihastha Ashram, Banpastra Ashram,
Yes.
and Sannyas Ashram. These
Yes.
are all ashram.
Yes.
These are all designation.
Yes.
But how one can overcome from this designation?
By following that slowly, you progress and then come out.
And here in this purport, verse number 5, at the last line, Srila Prabhupada has mentioned that in our Krishna consciousness movement, we therefore invite all the elderly persons of the world to come to Vrindavan and stay there in retail life.
So that is one person.
Spiritual consciousness in Krishna consciousness. But in this age of Kali Yuga, Maharaj, it is very difficult and it's very expensive to stay in Vrindavan. One flat, 1 crore or 2 crore rupee, and how general devotee can live?
No. Yes, if somebody is qualified, somebody is capable of staying, buying a flat or some own house, then they can. Otherwise, they can stay in some ashram, do some service.
It is very difficult to stay in Dham. Only rich people can stay in Dham. They can purchase flat, crore rupee. Or
No,
like a
so everybody should not purchase flat and stay. If you come to Ban, stay in Ban. Why flat? You know, Rup Sanatan, they came to Vrindavan, they never consult any property dealer. They are the Brajavais, they stayed in Vrindavan, they never stay in flat. They stayed in Ban. Okay, so because we are not ready for that, so we should not blame.
I am not blaming Maharaj what current situation is going on, that's why I am telling to you.
So that is because we are going to Vrindavan to buy a flat, not staying there, keeping it and giving rent. That's people are doing as per the demand. But in reality, if you want to go to Vrindavan, then take shelter of Vrindavan and stay in a simple way, not in a gorgeous way. Stay in somewhere just to accept the bare necessary, just like to keep the body and soul together and practice your Krishna consciousness. That should be the goal of life. Not I saram. I have a very nice flat, I should stay nicely. No. Not that. Vanaprastha is for accepting inconvenience. It is tapasya. If you stay nicely, then it is not tapasya, it is not vanaprastha. If you see ashram dharma, it is described in this canto, 7th canto, in Grihastha Dharma, the vanaprastha ashram. This is the ashram of tapasya. If you practice tapasya, then you become sannyas, final order. Otherwise, not. As this whole life is 100 years, suppose, and in whole life two things are there, Janma and Mrityu. In between Jara and Vyadhi, we have to face that. So after Janma, we are growing, and maintaining, enjoying something. So now till 50, that course is over. Whatever growing, whatever enjoying. So now the second part is Mrityu. You have to face Mrityu now. So you should get ready for dying. Get ready for living everything. And how you can make your dying success. Bhajan karo, sadhana karo, marte jan le hoy. If you know how to live your body, so then your whole life is success. Otherwise, everything is failure. Your success of life lies if you know how to die properly. So for that, 50 years preparation. The first phase preparation is Vanaprastha, and the second stage of preparation is sannyas, before dying. So that is the procedure. Okay.
So Maharaj, when one in Grihastha ashram, he has his family life like wife and children. Those Grihastha devotee, they have not their elderly son. What they will do? They have only elderly daughter. How they can give up their this Grihastha life and go to the forest and perform Rin's water?
They can have some arrangement. Everybody does not have
But
son.
they are detached from family life. They want to go to forest. They want to serve Supreme Lord.
No, in Vanaprastha, the wife can go with the husband also. It is allowed.
And what about daughter?
You have to give daughter in marriage.
Okay. So wife can go with husband.
If son is not there, then son-in-law should be there. Okay, you should find a good son-in-law, and sometimes you give the wife stay. The wife can stay with the son-in-law. Son or son-in-law, both are son. Huh?
In this way, husband can give his wife to some son-in-law's guidance.
Yes.
Okay.
As good as son. Yeah.
And that son-in-law should be qualified.
That is the duty of the husband. He should find out a qualified son-in-law.
Thank you, Morris.
Yeah. Okay, any other Varnasamis? So, we may accept sannyas or vanprastha, that doesn't matter, but we will die, that's for sure or not? Huh? So, if your dying is not in a proper way, it's not success, then the whole life is failure. So, that is the preparation. There is no question of I can take sannyas or I can take vanprastha, I can take this, I can that. No, forget all these things. These are formalities. But dying is compulsory. So to face that death, you should be prepared yourself. This is the preparation. At a notice, at once to give up everything is very difficult. And then you have desires, then for their desires you will dragged to take birth again in some, you will become mouse or snake because of attachment is there. So that's why to give away the attachment, we should practice staying in forest, accepting all inconveniences, and slowly, slowly, ready for dying, give up everything, accepting income, so that our desires will totally diminish before dying. So then we will get promotion. Otherwise, we will come back again, not in human body. We will come in different way. We have to come. Yes, Sumati Visakha.
Maharaj, Hare Krishna.
Yes.
This is Amo Govinda Das Maharaj. Very wonderfully you are explaining, and we are getting very much clearance about our Varna and Ashrama. So, Maharaj, in our ISKCON, we are following Varna Ashram. There is all 4 ashramas we are
Yes.
here in our ISKCON. So, Prabhupada wanted that Varna Ashram should be followed in ISKCON very nicely.
Yes.
And properly. So I am a Grihastha.
Yes.
But whether I am a Grihastha literally, or whether Grihastha and I am a businessman, suppose.
So that is Varna and Ashrama. There are social order and spiritual order. In spiritual order, you are a Grihastha. In social order, you are a Vaishya or a Sudra. So that can be. That is nothing to do.
So Vaishya has some duty, prescribed duties.
Yeah, but you are not a Vaishya. If you are doing job, then you are a Sudra. Vaishya should not do any job. Vaishya should do business, krishi, gorakhya, vanijya. They are Vaishya karma.
So I am Vaishya basically because I am doing business.
So okay, then you are Vaishya.
Yeah, but I am doing business only, not krishi and goraksha.
No, the krishi, gorakhya, vanijya, na?
Yeah.
Vanijya is there.
Vanijya I am doing.
Yes.
But I am not.
So not necessarily you have to do everything. You can do anything. Anything can, any job of Vaishya you can do. So that is sufficient. You don't have to do everything.
Only business can lead me to that purity?
Yeah, why not? If you do it properly, you can. You can progress. Why not?
What is the definition of properly, Maharaj?
Properly means you should chhadi anachar, Krishner sansar kari chhadi anachar. You should not involve in anachar. The business should be a good business. There should not be black marketing, this type of things should not be there. Though it is allowed, you can speak little lie to maintain the profit percentage and all that, but it should not be asat. It should be. Anachar should not be there.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Yes. Okay. So now that is the suggestion of Prahlad Maharaj, that all of us in this whole material world, everybody should be concerned about this, that if we are after 50, we are touching 50 or crossing 50, then we should be ready for preparation for death. So the preparation is Banprastha and Sannyas. So there is no attachment. You have to give up your family slowly, give up everything, give up your eating, sleeping, give up all your aram, everything. So that is the practice before dying. Okay. So now because Hiranyakashipu was so much engrossed in his bodily life, enjoying and all that. So that's the Prahlad Maharaj saying, oh my dear father, so it is good for you to give up and go to forest and do tapasya there. Okay. So by hearing this statement from the son, Hiranyakashipu, Narad Muni continued, when Prahlad Maharaj spoke about the path of self-realization in devotional service, thus being faithful to the camp of his father's enemies, Hiranyakashipu, the king of the demons, heard Prahlad Maharaj's words, and he laughingly said, thus is the intelligence of children spoiled by the words of the enemy. Hiranyakashipu thought that, how come my son, young son, 5-year-old boy, how come he know all these things? And is supporting to Hari Masra? Hari is my enemy party. How come he is speaking about him, praising him? So that means somebody molded his intelligence. Hiranyakashipu, being a demon, would always consider Lord Vishnu and his devotees to be his enemies. Therefore, the word Parapaksha, on the side of the enemy, is used here. Hiranyakashipu never agreed with the words of Vishnu or Krishna. Rather, he was angered by the intelligence of a Vaisnava. Lord Vishnu or Lord Krishna says, Sarva dharma parityagyam mamikam saranam braja. Give up all other duties and surrender unto me. But demons like Hiranyakashipu never agree to do this. Therefore, Krishna says, Namang diskrutino muhdaha prapadyante naradhamaha maya aparhuta jnana asuram bhavamasrita. Those who are miscreants and grossly foolish, lowest among mankind, whose knowledge is stolen by illusion, and who partake the atheistic nature of demons, do not surrender unto me. This is Asuru Bhavama Asrita, Naradhama, Mudha. So, Hiranyakashipu Prabhupada is saying, the Hiranyakashipu warned that no sadhu purush should come to our school. Especially, he asked that saintly persons like Narad not to be allowed within the residential quarters of his son. For otherwise, Prahlad would be further spoiled by Vaishnava instructions. He banned the devotees to come there. No devotee should be allowed. So, Hiranyakashipu advised his assistants, my dear demons, give complete protection to this boy at the Gurukula, where he is instructed, so that his intelligence will not be further influenced by Vaishnavas who may go there in disguise. That means at that time also preaching was going on. Disguise, college preaching. It is not only this time, that time also. Prabhupada is saying, in our Krishna consciousness movement, the tactic of dressing oneself like an ordinary karmi is necessary, because everyone in the demoniac kingdom is against the Vaishnava teachings. Sometimes even I have to go to some country wearing pant shirt. They didn't allow. What to do? So Prabhupada is saying, this is in our Krishna consciousness movement, the tactic of dressing oneself like an ordinary man, a karmi, is necessary. Because everyone in the demoniac kingdom is against the Vaishnava teachings. Krishna consciousness is not at all to the liking of the demons of the present age. As soon as they see a Vaishnava dressed in a saffron garments with beads on his neck and tilak on his forehead, they are immediately irritated. They become irritated. They criticize the Vaishnavas by sarcastically saying Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. And some people also chant Hare Krishna sincerely. In either case, since Hare Krishna is absolute, whether one chants in jokingly or sincerely, it will have its effect. The Vaishnavas are pleased when the demons chant Hare Krishna because this shows that the Hare Krishna movement is taking ground. You know, when Prabhupada started this movement in West, there was a famous who make film, I forget his name. He made a film, Dam Maro Dam, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, like that.
Marishan Maharaj?
Huh?
Marishan?
No,
Marishan?
no, it was a film. I think Devanand. Yes, he made a film, and showing that in our movement how the hippies are chanting Hare Krishna. Dam Maro Dam, that smoking ganja and chanting Hare Krishna. That was showing. And some of our leaders, they complained to Prabhupada. So in India, this filmmaker is doing that. So we do a case against him. Prabhupada said, oh no, he is preaching. He is helping us by doing that. At least Hare Krishna is there. So like that here Prabhupada is saying, some people when they saw devotees, they will criticize devotees telling Hare Krishna. Even they criticize telling, they will get benefited. So the greater demons like Hiranyakashipu are always prepared to chastise the Vaishnavas, and they try to make arrangements so that Vaishnavas will not come to sell their books and preach Krishna consciousness. Thus, what was done by Hiranyakashipu long ago is still being done. आप जो बोल रहे थे ना बांग्लादेश की बात, प्रभुपाद इसी को मेंशन कर रहे हैं. बोले आज का हो रहा है कि पहले भी होता था. Long ago. This is the way of materialistic life. Demons or materialists do not at all like the advancement of Krishna consciousness, and they try to hinder it in many ways. Yet, the preachers of Krishna consciousness must go forward in their Vaishnava dress or any other dress for the purpose of preaching. Chanakya Pandit says that if an honest person deals with a great cheater, it is necessary for him to become a cheater also. Sathe Satyam Acharayat. That is the Niti Vakya. If we are dealing with a Satha, they should also deal in cheating way. But not for the purpose of cheating, but to make his preaching successful. Okay? Sathe Satyam Acharayat. So if they are not allowing, then you can wear pant shirt and go also. So now, by Hiranyakashipu warned everybody and sent his son back to Gurukul and send message that be high alert and careful that these devotees are coming and polluting mind of the students. So when Hiranyakashipu's servants brought the boy Prahlad back to the Gurukula, the priests of the demons, Sandha and Amarka, pacified him with very mild voices and affectionate words. They inquired from him as follows: They started asking, because Hiranyakashipu complained, they said, we never saw anybody coming in our school. So they started asking Prahlad Maharaj to find out who is that devotee is coming. Sanda and Amarka, the priest of the Daimars, were eager to know from Prahlad Maharaj who the Vaishnavas were that came to instruct him in Krishna consciousness. Their purpose was to discover the names of the Vaishnavas. In the beginning, they did not threaten the boy, because when they threatened, he might not identify the real culprits. So this is a way how to, if you want to get something from the small boy, then don't treat him. Give him some chocolate or something like that, nicely handle the boy, then you can get the fact from him. So they try in all the ways. So, Vatsa Prahlada Bhadrang te Satyam Kathaya Mamrisha Valanasi Krutastu Bhamesa Buddhi Viparjaya. How come your Buddhi become Viparjaya? Other students they don't have. How come your mind is so polluted? Dear Prahlad, all peace and good fortune unto you. Kindly don't speak lies, just reply with the truth. Those boys you see are not like you, for they do not speak in a deviant way. How have you learned these instructions? How has your intelligence been spoiled in this way? So that is, they are asking, and they want to find it out, how your mind is polluted, why you are speaking like this, favoring Hari. Buddhi bheda parakruta utahute swato bhavat. Is happened by somebody else, or you what? O best of your family, O Kulanandana, has this pollution of your intelligence been brought about by you or by the enemies? We are all your teachers and are very eager to hear about this. Please tell us the truth. So the teachers tried to find out by inquiring who is that preacher who is preaching you. Prahlad Maharaj's teachers were astonished that a small boy could speak such exalted Vaishnava philosophy. Therefore, they inquired about the Vaishnavas who stillingly taught it to him, in order that these Vaishnavas might be arrested and killed in the presence of Prahlad's father Hiranyakashipu. So they are trying. Prahlad Maharaj replied, let me offer my respect. So when the Sandha and Amarka tried to inquire from Prahlad Maharaj, so Prahlad Maharaj spoke 3 verses, 11, 12 and 13. 12, 13, 14 कि so Prahlad Maharaj is saying, let me offer my respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose external energy has created the distinction of my friend and my enemy by deluding the intelligence of man. Indeed, I am now actually experiencing this, although I have previously heard of it from authoritative sources. So Prahlad Maharaj says, oh my God, I have heard that how your Maya is working. Now I can see. They are deluded and they are asking me that my mind is polluted. These professors, they are polluted consciousness. They don't know what is what is right, what is wrong. And they are blaming me that I am polluted. This is the Hari Maya. That's why Prahlad Maharaj immediately started offering his pranam to Lord Hari. Let me offer my obeisances to Supreme Lord. Because of his Maya, they are polluted people, they are blaming me as polluted and asking me how your mind got polluted or my mind got become purified. Your mind is polluted. Why you are telling my mind is polluted? So, Prabhupada is telling that because Prahlad Maharaj was really a Pandit, Vidya Vinaya Sampanna Brahmana Gabhyastine Sunicheva Supakasa Pandita Samadarshina. So Prahlad Maharaj, up in that cadre, he always think everything behind Krishna. In every action, Krishna is behind it. So, as servants of the Supreme Lord, all living entities are one. But a Vaishnava, because of natural humility, address every other living entity as Prabhu. That is the Vaishnava behavior. He considers everybody as the servant of Lord. That's why he considers everybody as Prabhu, as the master. So, Prabhupada is writing how Jasya Prasadad Bhagavad Prasado Jasya Prasad Nagati Kutovi, how we should be submitted, and how we should be humble, we should be controlled by masters. Master means spiritual masters, and we should understand that by his mercy we will get Krishna. Jasya prasadat bhagavad prasada. Sakhyad haritvena samasta sastre yuktastat. All these things. This is Vaishnava teachings. But demoniac teachings is not like that. Sa yada anubrata punsang pasubuddhivir vidyate. When the Supreme Personality of Godhead is pleased with the living entity, because of his devotional service, one becomes a Pandita and does not make distinction between enemies and friends. And himself. Intelligently, he then thinks every one of us is an eternal servant of God, and therefore we are not different from one another. When Lord becomes pleased, Anubrata, then we can understand that everybody is servant of Lord. So we are all equal. This is real equality. Prabhupada is just by opening UNO and all that, we can't get equality. If you accept Krishna is our supreme master and we are all his servant, then we will be equal. One father and we are all family members. We are all equal. Though master and servant also ekatvam in one party, but still the master is always master, servants are always servant. All servants are only one post servant. So everybody is equal. That is called Samadarshina. That is real Samata. Yes. So, this Prahlada's reply, go to forest and take shelter of Hari. Now, when they inquire from Prahlad, how come you get this understanding? So Prahlad answer to the question. This is Lord's Maya. Lord's Maya has created the material conception of life, asadgraha, that distinguishes people as friends and enemies, swa and para, by deluding the intelligence, vimohita dhyam, buddhi of the man. My respect to that Supreme Lord. Then he is saying, when God is pleased with someone, one's animal intelligence, pasubuddhi, is destroyed. If God is pleased, then our pasubuddhi will be purified. One does not make distinctions of friends and enemies. When pasubuddhi is finished, then we will not make any distinction between friend and enemies, but we will accept everybody as servants of Lord. equally. Duality, as long as one adheres to the philosophy of duality, thinking one person a friend, another an enemy, he is in the clutches of Maya. He is in the clutches of Maya. This is duality. And what is oneness? Every living entity is a part and parcel of Lord Krishna. And Krishna is the well-wisher of all jivas, and all jivas are his eternal servants. Thus they are all one. That is called oneness. What is the Vaisnava thinking or Vaikuntha thinking? Vaisnava thinking or Vaikuntha thinking is to be friendly with other servants of the Lord and appreciate their service, and do not be proud of one's own service. There may be apparent competition amongst these servants, but there is no envy. Everyone is allowed to serve the Lord to the best of one's ability. Okay, competition may be there, but no envy. Rather appreciate. Oh, he is serving in a better way than me. You should appreciate. But in a competitive way, you can appreciate each other. That is called Vaikuntha behavior, Vaikuntha thinking. That is Vaishnava thinking. But the distinction, the jivas and the Lord are one in spiritual identity. In spiritual identity, in qualitatively, we are same, but the jivas are equal to God as the Mayavadis think. No one is equal to God. It is not possible. The servant cannot be equal to the master. The distinction must continue even in the liberated stage. Even if we get liberation, still we will be servant and Lord is Lord, the master. Okay? So you are asking about my intelligence, so Prahlad Maharaj is saying, my intelligence is different from yours due to the Lord. Your so-called enemy people with faulty intelligence see in terms of oneself and others and cannot ascertain the super soul. Even the knowers of the Vedas like Brahma are sometimes bewildered. What to speak of you? That is the Maya of Lord. It is very difficult to understand him. Even the Vedavid Brahma, he got bewildered. What about you? That is my Lord. And because of him, I have this intelligence. My consciousness is naturally attracted to Lord Vishnu, Chakrapani. He holds a disc. Just as iron is naturally attracted to a magnet, thus I have no independence. So Prahlad Maharaj, he spoke almost 4 verses, and finally, to answer to the teachers, he is telling it is quite natural. Why you are asking me I am polluted? You are asking me why I am attracted to Hari. It is not I am. It is just like he gave an example, just like a iron, piece of iron attracted to a magnet. Ayam means chumbak, magnet. It is natural. If there is a magnet and there is a piece of iron, it gets attracted. So chumbak is, a magnet is like a Lord, Hari, and we are all piece of iron. So it is natural, because he is our ansi and we are his ansa. We are all part and parcel. Naturally we should be attracted. So that is not, if you are not attracted, that is unnatural. That is unnatural. Sometimes a piece of iron is there and a magnet is there, it is not getting attracted. That means, how come it is not getting attracted? There may be some rust there or something there, that is not getting attracted. But if it is a nice piece of iron, definitely, naturally it should be attracted. So that's what the answer of Prahlad Maharaj. I have no independence. The iron piece has no independence. It has to be attracted by the magnet. Krishna means one who attracts everyone. That is the meaning of Krishna. Akarsayate Krishna. Krishna means who attracts everyone. To be attracted to Krishna, is the natural position of every living entity. That is the natural position of every living entity to be attracted by Krishna. There is no cause or goal in such attraction, and it is not induced by anything external. The highest examples of such attraction are the Brajavasis. Prabhupada has written in his purport how the Brajavasi in the Vrindavan, it is quite natural. Everything, the sky, the trees, the creepers, the deers, the insects, the waters, the boys, the girls, the old man, old women, everybody attracted by Krishna. Due to material contamination, one may not be attracted to Krishna, but at once one is purified of that contamination by the practice of bhakti, one is again attracted to Krishna. So, you got the answer, Prahlad Maharaj told. He said, because I have no contamination, I am naturally attracted. He said, why we are not attracted, why others boys? Because they are contaminated. They rusted. That's why. If you practice devotional service, get purified, then you will also get attracted. That is natural. Not attracted is unnatural. Getting attracted is natural. Then Sanda Namarka chastise and teach Prahlad. They could not understand Prahlad's statement, and they said, this boy is going out of hand. It needs punishment. Sanda and Amarka become angry and chastise Prahlad as follows. An actual Brahmana is satisfied to see everyone as a devotee of Krishna. What to speak of a disciple? But Sanda and Amarka didn't have real Brahminical qualification and served demons, because they are like Sudra. They are serving demons, they are Sudras, they are not Brahmana. Brahman means he should be happy by seeing if somebody is attracted to Krishna. And they are becoming unhappy. And they are not Brahmanas. They chastise Prahlad, bring a stick, Anyatam Betra. He deserves punishment by his bad intelligence, Durbuddhi. He is defaming our dynasty like a cinder, Kulangara. He is like a thorn tree in the sandalwood forest of demoniac dynasty. Vishnu is like the axe. To cut the forest of Prahlad's is like the handle of the axe. You understand? The two teachers, previously they are saying, oh, you are Kulanandana, you are best of the family. But now they are saying, you are Kulangara. Kulangar means, Daityarupi Chandana Bane. How you are a Kantakatruma? The Sanda and Amarka, they are considering the Hiranyakashipu's dynasty is so pure like a sandalwood forest. Because they are so nice practice, 4 regulative principles they are practicing very nicely. Eating, meat eating, gambling, illicit sex, intoxication, so nicely they are doing 24 hours. So pure they are, so nice like sandalwood forest. Daityarupi Chandana Bane, their Vansha, the dynasty of Hiranyakashipu is so pure like sandalwood, fragrant. And how come you in that Vansha, a bubble tree, a Kantakadharma? And okay, you are a how come bubble tree, but now you are another way, you are supporting the enemy party. Enemy party is Vishnu, because Vishnu killed his brother. You are supporting him. Vishnu is always anti of Daityas, and you are helping him. Vishnu is like an axe cutting the forest, but axe cannot cut without a handle, and you are becoming a handle, helping hand to Vishnu. They forcibly taught. Now they said, okay, forget, so now you have to teach him nicely. they forcibly taught Prahlad the paths of religion, economic development, and sense gratification. Dharma, Artha, Kama. Now, Prahlad describes Navadha Bhakti. So, when uh, they informed Hiranyakashipu, sir, don't worry. He is not saying, he is saying something we cannot understand. But we will teach him nicely now. And we are very careful. Now we will not allow anybody. CCTV is there. So anybody will come, we will catch them. Don't worry, we are very strict now. Nobody will come inside the college. No preaching, we banned everything. So now we will, very strict course, and he will be okay. So they start teaching. And Prahlad Maharaj and get good marks in the interim exams, midterm exam. They took midterm exam, Prahlad Maharaj come out top, the interim exam. So when they had good progress report, they were sending the progress report to Raj Bhavan, Hiranyakashipu. He was getting the progress report. When he saw the progress report, he became so happy. So my son is now in merit. So again, tato ena gurur agya. After some time, the teachers, Sanda and Amarka, thought that Prahlad Maharaj was sufficiently educated in the diplomatic affairs of pacifying public leaders, appraising them and giving them posts, dividing and ruling over them and punishing them in case of disobedience. Then one day, after Prahlad's mother had personally washed the boy and dressed him nicely with the sufficient ornaments, they presented him before his father. Because first time Prahlad Maharaj went directly to the Rajbhavan, to Hiranyakashipu. So this time, Sanda and Amarka, they became alert. They said, no, we should not send him directly. Though we are sure that this time he has all good results and he knows all the politics and divide and rule, all these rules and whatever the question answer, he is pakka in that. But still, he should appear in the assembly in a very nice way. So they first took him to his mother's, to his house, mother's, Kayadu's place. So Kayadu, by seeing his son, her son, after from Gurukul, so he nicely fed him and he gave nice hot bath and then nice dress, like a princely dress, then nice prasad. Then after so nicely getting dressed, so then the Sanda and Amarka take Prahlad to Hiranyakashipu, to the assembly house. So what happened? When Prahlad Maharaj was very nicely dressed and went to the Hiranyakashipu's palace, Raj Bhavan, that is Prahlad Maharaj's natural mood. Anybody he will look, he will offer respect. Everybody will become so happy. If the security guard, Prahlad Maharaj saw him, Hare Krishna Chacha, Hare Krishna Mama, to everybody. And they become so happy, this boy. He is our Juvraj, but he is offering us respect. They, whatever they have, they said they used to pour their blessings upon him. So here is Padayo Patitang Balang Pratinadhyas Sisasuraha. When Hiranyakashipu saw that his child had fallen at his feet, because this is Prahlad Maharaj's natural qualities, he will offer respect to everybody. So offering respect to Hiranyakashipu sitting in the high throne, he saw that all his ministers, all his people, they are becoming very happy to his boy, to his son. And when Prahlad Maharaj saw his father in the high throne, from there only he offered prostrated obeisances, full obeisances. Hiranyakashipu saw that his child had fallen at his feet and was offering obeisances. As an affectionate father, he immediately began showering blessings upon the child and embraced him with both hands, both arms. A father naturally feels happy to embrace his son, and Hiranyakashipu became very, very happy in this way. As a loving father, he became mad. He said, "My son is so nice." You know, when the son come and full prostrated obeisances touching the feet of father, father will become so happy. So immediately pick up to his lap, kissing him and becoming very happy. Aropya anka. Arokyam, Aropyam ampam Angraya. Angraya. Murdhan. Narada Muni continued, "My dear king Yudhishthir, Hiranyakashipu seated Prahlad Maharaj on his lap and began smelling his head with affectionate tears gliding down from his eyes and moistening the child's smiling face. He spoke to his son as follows." This shows what a affectionate father Hiranyakashipu is. He had a lot of love and affection for Prahlad. He was kissing and smelling, and tears are rolling from his eyes. He was so much in love and affection to Prahlad Maharaj. He was so happy. If a child or a disciple falls at the feet of a father or a spiritual master, the superior responds by smelling the head of the subordinate. That's natural. Then Hiranyakashipu Vacha. Then Hiranyakashipu is saying, Hiranyakashipu said, "My dear Prahlad, my dear son, O long lived one, for so much time you have heard many things from your teacher. I have got the progress report. Well done. Now please repeat to me whatever you think is the best for the knowledge, best of that knowledge." Again, he asked something, but this time he is very alert. Before he gave independence to Prahlad, you say whatever you like best. But now he is saying, no, no, no. You tell what you have read from your teacher. Tell something what you have taught by your teacher. Now please repeat to me whatever you think is the best of that knowledge. What knowledge? What you have taught by your teacher. Say something from that. In this verse, Hiranyakashipu inquires from his son what he has learned from his guru. Prahlad Maharaj's guru were of two kinds. Sanda and Amarka, the sons of Sukracharya, in the seminal disciple succession, where the gurus appointed by his father, they are appointed by his father. But his other guru was the exalted Narada Muni, who had instructed Prahlad when Prahlad was within the womb of his mother. Prahlad Maharaj responded to the inquiry of his father with the instructions he had received from the spiritual master Naraji. Thus there was again a difference of opinion, because Prahlad Maharaj wanted to relate the best thing he had learned from his spiritual master. When Hiranyakashipu said, whatever you learned from your guru, tell one of the best things. He said, these people are not guru, they are guru. Guru is Prahlad Naraji. So whatever I have learned from Naraji, that I will tell the best one. Hiranyakashipu expected to hear about the politics and diplomacy. Prahlad had learned from Sanda and Amarka. Now the discussion between the father and son became increasingly intense as Prahlad Maharaj began to say what he had learned from his spiritual master Guru Narada. This is become so loving, affectionate, nice father became very heavy demoniac from this answer. Prahlad is answering to the loving question of his father. Prahlada Vacha Sravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Padasevanam Archanam Bandhanam Dasyam Sakhyam Atmanivedanam इति पुंसार्पिता विष्णु भक्तिश्चे नवलक्षणा क्रियेत भगवती अद्धा तन्मन्ये अधितमुत्तमम तन्मन्ये I accept this अधितम whatever I studied it is uttamam तन्मन्ये I accept that uttamam तन्मन्ये अधित उत्तमम Prahlad Maharaj said hearing and chanting about the transcendental holy name, form and qualities, paraphernalia and pastimes of Lord Vishnu, remembering them, serving the lotus feet of the Lord, offering the Lord respectful worship with 16 types of paraphernalia, offering prayers to the Lord, becoming his servant, considering the Lord one's best friend, and surrendering everything unto him. In other words, serving him with the body, mind, and words. These 9 processes are accepted as pure devotional service. One who has dedicated his life to the service of Krishna through these 9 methods should be understood to be the most learned person, for he has acquired knowledge completely, a complete knowledge. So, Prabhupada has given about 10 pages of purport of this. I don't know you all have gone through it or not. So, if I started reading, it's half an hour only there. So, I don't know. Because all 9 leaves of Bhakti, each limbs, each anga, there is a description. And each anga, it needs one class. And whole 9 angas are there. So, I don't know. I think if I read, then it will take at least 1 hour or more than half an hour at least to read only this purport. So, this is Navada Bhakti, the answer to Hiranyakashipu. So, in short, we will go through the essence. Savanam Kirtanam Vishnu, hearing about the glories of the Supreme Lord, like Parikshit Maharaj. Parikshit Maharaj is Acharya of Sravanam. And Kirtanam Vishnu, Savanam Kirtanam, chanting Vishnu's names, qualities and pastimes, is Sukadeva Goswami. He is Acharya of Kirtana. Then Smaranam, remembering him, example Prahlad Maharaj. He was always doing Smarana, remembering Lord. He himself is Acharya. He is giving answer, he is one of the Acharya of the Navada Bhakti. Smaranam. Then Padasevanam, serving his lotus feet, menial service, Lakshmi Devi. Then Archanam, worshipping his deity with 16 types of paraphernalia. Prithu, this is Archanam. You should read all this purport fully. Many things are explained there. What do you want? Shall I read? Or not? If I don't read.
Maharaj, it is better to conceptualize the conception given in all these limbs for devotional service, so no need to go through elaborate reading.
Okay. So, but you should read then, because many subtle things are there in between. Just like for a grihastha, deity worship is so nice. It's Prabhupada is recommending all the grihasthas they should do archanam, worshipping the deity with paraphernalia, all the upacharas, Prithvi Maharaj, Iti Acharya. Bandhanam, offering prayers to him, like Akrura. Dasyam, becoming his servant, like Hanuman, Dasyacharya. Sakhyam, considering him one's best friend with him, and Arjuna, Acharya of Sakhyam. Atmanivedanam, surrendering everything unto him, that is serving him with body, mind and words, that is Ambarish Maharaj. Ambarish Maharaj. So, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur gives the following explanation in his Tathya. The word Sravana refers to giving oral reception to the holy name and descriptions of the Lord from qualities, attributes, and pastimes as explained in Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and similar authorized scripture. Sravana means oral reception. You have to hear through our ears something about descriptions of Lord's form, quality, pastimes, as explained in Bhagavatam and Gita and similar authorized scripture. This is called Sravanam. One sincere endeavor to perform these 9 processes of devotional service is technically called Bhakti. This is called Bhakti. Sravanakhya Bhakti. Therefore, as a sincere friend of Krishna, one should preach this philosophy, requesting everyone to surrender unto Krishna. Atmanivedanam means offering Krishna everything, including one's body, mind, intelligence, and whatever one may possess. The definition of bhakti is anyabhilasita sunyam jnana karma adi anavritam anukulyena krishnanusilanam bhaktiruttama. If a devotee performs only one of these 9 without deviation, he can attain the mercy of Supreme Personality of Godhead. You don't have to do all these things. If you just do one anga, that is saying, if a devotee performs only one of these 9 without deviation, he can attain the mercy of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Sometimes it is found that when one performs one of the processes, other processes are mixed with it. That is not improper for a devotee. When a devotee executes any one of the 9 processes, Navalakshana, this is sufficient. The other 8 processes are included. Now let us discuss these 9 different processes. First is Sravanam, hearing the holy name of the Lord, is the beginning of the devotional service. Bhakti starts Tadnama Grahanadibhi. This is the beginning, Shubharambha of Bhakti, by chanting Hare Krishna, holy name of the Lord, Sravanam. This is the Shubharambha. And in chronological order, the hearing of the holy name of the Lord is the beginning. Indeed, it is essential, as enunciated by Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Chetu Darpan Marjanam. By chanting the holy name of the Lord, one is cleansed of the material conception of life, which is due to the dirty modes of material nature. Chitta Suddhi will happen because of by the chanting. When the chanting of the holy name from form and qualities paraphernalia is heard from the mouth of a pure devotee, his hearing and chanting are very pleasing. Srila Sanatana Goswami has forbidden us to hear the chanting of an artificial devotee or non-devotee. Hearing from the text of Srimad Bhagavatam is considered the most important process of hearing. Srimad Bhagavatam is full of transcendental chanting of the holy name, and therefore the chanting and hearing of Srimad Bhagavatam are transcendental, full of mellows. Nam Sravanam, Katha Sravanam, Bhagavat Sravanam. So that's why Parikshit Maharaj, he attained perfection by hearing Bhagavatam only, Sravanam only. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu recommends that one chant the holy name of Krishna, Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. If one is fortunate enough to hear from the mouth of a realized devotee, he is very easily successful on the path of devotional service. Therefore, hearing the holy name, form and qualities of the Lord is essential. In this connection, Sridhar Swami has remarked that a pure devotee takes advantage of another pure devotee by trying to hear from him about the holy name, form and qualities of the Lord. If there is no such opportunity, he alone chants and hears the Lord's holy name. So, then Kirtanam. So, sometimes we see devotees are they in chanting in a group with some senior devotees, with the Tulsi Devi and all, they are sitting nicely. Sometimes they feel, no, with a group we are getting distracted, I will chant alone. So it is prescribed if you chant with some devotees, that's good, because somebody will help you. If you fall asleep, who knows? So better if you have some devotees, they will, hey, we are sleeping. So at least you will get help. So it is recommended in the presence of Tulasi, in the presence of devotee, in the presence of deity, it is better. Prabhupada used to say chanting time, japa class. He said this is also class we should attend. Just like we are attending Bhagavatam class, there should be japa class. It is like class we should attend. And Prabhupada used to say, sit properly, sit properly. In chanting, sitting position is very important. Sit properly. Prabhupada used to say, if you can't sit, then stand up. If you are feeling sleepy, better stand up. Better walk, but don't sleep. So, we should try to chant. It is best to chant in morning time, because morning time offices are closed, nobody is calling, the phones are in silent mode, and if you 8 o'clock or 8:30 like that, then everybody will get up, newspaper will come, TV will on, phone will on, so the small babies, they will get up. So now chanting will become difficult. One round becomes 8 minutes in morning, then it will become 18 minutes after 9 o'clock. Then it will continue till 11 o'clock night. Oh, it is not finishing, what to do? I am chanting, not getting finished. So the best to do it when these things are not there. Better do it in as much possible each morning. Kirtanam, the hearing of the holy name has been described above. Now let us try to understand the chanting of the holy name, which is the second item in the constructive order. It is recommended that such chanting be performed very loudly. Srimad Bhagavatam, Narada Muni says that without shame he began traveling all over the world chanting the holy name of the Lord. Similarly, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had advised Trinadapi sunechena tarorapi sahishnuna amanina manadana kirtanya sadahari. If one is physically unfit, classified lower than others, devoid of material qualification, are not at all elevated in terms of pious activities, the chanting of the holy name is beneficial. An aristocratic birth, an advanced education, beautiful bodily features, wealth, and similar results of pious activities are all unnecessary for advancement in spiritual life. For one can very easily advance simply by chanting the holy name. It is understood from the authoritative source of Vedic literature that especially in this Kali Yuga, people are generally short-living, extremely bad in their habits, and inclined to accept methods of devotional service that are not bona fide. Moreover, they are always disturbed by material conditions and they are mostly unfortunate. Under these circumstances, the performance of other processes such as yajna, dana, tapa, and kriya, sacrifices, charity, and so on, are not at all possible. Therefore, it is recommended Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama iva kevalam, kalo nasteva, 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 gatir anyatha. So, and there are 10 offenses in the matter of chanting holy name. I think you all know. So Prabhupada also mentioned that. There is no way to atone for any of these offenses. It is therefore recommended that an offender at the feet of a holy name continue to chant the holy name 24 hours a day. Constant chanting of the holy name will make one free from offense, and then he will gradually be elevated to the transcendental platform, which he can chant pure holy name and thus become a lover of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Savanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam. After regularly performs the processes of hearing and chanting, and after the core of one's heart is cleansed, Smaranam, remembering, is recommended. Srimad Bhagavatam. Eta nirvidyamananam ichatam akuto bhayam yoginam nripanirnitam harir namanukirtanam. So remember, if you properly hear and chant, then you can remember properly also. Then Padasevanam. According to one's taste and strength, hearing, chanting, and remembrance may be followed by Padasevanam. One obtains the perfection of remembering when one constantly thinks of the Lord's lotus feet. Being intensely attached to thinking of the Lord's lotus feet is called Padasevanam. When one is particularly adherent to the process of Padasevana, this process gradually includes other processes such as seeing the form of the Lord, touching the form of the Lord, circumambulating the form or the temple of the Lord, visiting such places like Jagannath, Puri, Dwaraka, Mathura to see Lord's form, and bathing in the Ganga, Jamuna, bathing in the Ganges and serving a pure Vaisnavas are also known as Tadiya Upasanam. This is also Padasevanam. The word Tadiya means in relationship with Lord. Service to the Vaishnava, Tulasi, Ganga, Jamuna are included in Padasevanam. All these processes of Padasevanam help one advance in spiritual life very quickly. These are all Padasevanam. Okay. Then Archanam. After Padasevanam comes the process of Archanam, worship from deity. If one is interested in the process of Archanam, one must positively take shelter of a bona fide spiritual master and learn the process from him. There are many books of Archana, especially Narada Pancharatra. In this age, the Pancharatra system is particularly recommended for Archana, deity worship. There are two systems of Archana, the Bhagavata system and Pancharatra system. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, there is no recommendation of Pancharatra worship. because in this Kali Yuga, even without deity worship, everything can be perfectly performed simply through hearing and chanting, remembering and worshipping with lotus feet of the Lord. Rupa Goswami states, Sri Vishnur Sravane Parikati, just like who is Acharya is saying all that. It is therefore recommended that initiated devotees follow the principles of Narada Pancharatra by worshipping the deity in the temple. Especially for householder devotees who are opulent in material possessions, the path of deity worship is strongly recommended. An opulent householder devotee who does not engage his hard earned money in the service of the Lord is called a miser. One should not engage paid brahmanas to worship the deity. If one does not personally worship the deity but engages paid servants instead, he is considered lazy and his worship of deity is called artificial. An opulent householder can collect luxurious paraphernalia for deity worship and consequently for householder devotees the worship of the deity is compulsory. In our Krishna consciousness movement, there are brahmacharis, grihasthas, vanaprasthas and sannyasis. But the deity worship in the temple should be performed specially by the householders. Okay. The brahmacharis can go with the sannyasis to preach, and the vanaprasthas should prepare themselves for the next status of renounced life, sannyasa. Grihastha devotees, however, are generally engaged in material activities, and therefore, if they do not take to deity worship, their falling down is positively assured. Got it? Deity worship means following the rules and regulations precisely. That will keep one steady in devotional service. Generally, householders of children and then the wives of the householders should be engaged in caring for the children, just as women acting as teachers care for the children in a nursery school. Yes, the devotees must adopt the Archana Vidhi, the deity worship, according to the suitable arrangements and directions given by the spiritual master. Regarding those unable to take to deity worship in the temple, there is the following statement in the Agni Purana. Any householder devotee circumstantially unable to worship the deity must at least see the deity worship, and in this way he may achieve success. Also, the special purpose of deity worship is to keep oneself always pure and clean. Grihastha devotees should be actual examples of cleanliness. Deity worship should be continued along with hearing and chanting. So, Prabhupada is saying particularly every householder devotee they should worship deity. Deity worship has two divisions, namely pure and mixed with putative activities. And there are many other things here. So there are in worship, puja, seva, aparadh. There are so many seva aparadhas are there, around 20 or so. So it is also described here. What are the seva aparadhas? So Vandanam, doing stuti, and Dasyam, the following sentence regarding after many thousands birth, when one comes to understand that he is an eternal servant of Krishna, one can deliver others from the universe. If one simply continues to think that he is an eternal servant of Krishna, even without performing any other process of devotional service, he can attain full success for simply by this feeling. This is Dasyam. Sakhyam, in regard to worship the Lord as a friend, The Agastya Samhita states a devotee engaged in performing devotional service by Sravanam and Kirtanam sometimes wants to see the Lord personally, and for this purpose he resides in the temple. Elsewhere there is this statement, O my Lord, Supreme Personality of Eternal Friend, although you are full of bliss and knowledge, you have become the friend of the residents of Vrindavana. How fortunate are these devotees! In this statement, the word friend is specially used to indicate intense love. Friendship, therefore, is the better than servitude. And Atmanivedana. Such a devotee is like cow that is cared for by its master. When cared for by its master, a cow is not in anxiety over the maintenance. Such a cow is always devoted to its master and it never acts independently but only for the master's benefit. That is called Atmanivedana. Beche hue pasu ke saman. You have no independence. You have given yourself to the Lord. So, like this, Prahlad Maharaj told this Navadha Bhakti, and Hiranyakashipu, by hearing this Navadha Bhakti, outraged in anger. Hiranyakashipu became very angry and chastised the teachers. You bloody rascal, O unqualified Brahmana, Brahmabandhu, you have disobeyed my orders and taught this poor boy this nonsense about devotional service to my enemy. Your real nature is now manifested. The enemy of deceptive friends like you in false grafts will manifest in course of time, just as disease manifests in sinful man. Hiranyakashipu started to chastise the teachers. So, the son of Sukracharya replied, when they got chastised, they became very worried. We did not teach anything that your son spoke. Bhakti has naturally developed in him. Please do not accuse us unnecessarily. Hiranyakashipu asked Prahlad, you are most fallen of our family. If your Guru have not taught you this knowledge, then where have you gotten this inauspicious mentality, abhadra, asati mati? So, till text 29, we have discussed that Prahlad, after his in Gurukul studies, 2 times interviewed by his father, and the second time he answered the Navadha Bhakti, then Hiranyakashipu became too much disturbed and angry, and he chastised the Brahmanas. The Brahmanas said, please don't say like that, we have not taught. So then he asked the son, where from you got this knowledge? Till text 29. And from 30th onwards, we will try to discuss tomorrow that how Prahlad Maharaj instructs bhakti to Hiranyakashipu, started preaching to Hiranyakashipu more strongly, and then what happened. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Maharaj, for your very wonderful presentation. So all the devotees have a couple of questions. They'll resume the questions in the next class, means tomorrow. So we'll wind up the session today.
We'll end of the session today.
Maharaj, we'll wind up the session here. So we'll resume questions in the next class.
Yes, yes. Thank you.